My name is Luc Stephen. Action. Quiet on the set! That's how I yell it.
Okay.
That's how I say cut too, because I like to let the I like to let the actor, like, I don't cut quick. I let him breathe. You know what I'm saying? I let him breathe, give the editor more to play with. Anything could happen in that little 30 seconds, 45 seconds extra. So some people cut fast. I hate that. Cut. I'm like, oh, gotta let him breathe.
You let it linger.
Let him linger. Let him breathe. But yeah.
Luc Stephen. Now, that kind of name, Luc, L-U-C, is that French? Is that
It's a French spelling.
French spelling?
From Haiti, so that was a French spelling. L-U-C for Luke, L-U-K-E.
Luc to me has a certain power to the name.
Really?
Yeah, Luc.
What's that power?
Well,
in Islam it means wise.
Okay.
The wise.
The wise.
Luqman.
Because to me, L-U-K-E doesn't compare to L-U-C. L-U-C to me has a much more of a
feel, dramatic feel.
Yeah. L-U-C, especially when you see it.
L-U-C?
Yes.
Gotta remember that. I got a L-U-C. Yeah. I gotta do that.
It's kind of like S-C-E, Second Chance Enterprises?
Yeah, Second Chance Enterprises.
You coined the name up? How did the name come about?
I think a friend of mine, we were sitting there trying to figure out a name, and he came up with that name, and I ran with it.
Second Chance?
Yeah, it took a while, but we got it together.
Because when I think Second Chance, I'm thinking, I don't know, it's just me. I'm thinking, hey, mess up the first time, but I got a second chance to get it right.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what it is. Second chance at whatever you're doing. Whether you tried a business and the business didn't work, a second chance. Whether you tried something in life and it didn't work, you still have a second chance.
Does that way of thinking funnel into being an independent film? Is always...
Well, I think I came up with the name before I came up into independent film. So it was about a second chance. And I think that when I got into independent film, it was about the third or fourth chance.
I was about to say, okay.
At a business and life in general. You got to trust the process, and you got to take chances. You got to be able to fall on your face and get right back up and go at it again. Otherwise, you're going to be lost. You're going to give up. Can't give up.
And that's how you get better.
Yeah. Well, practice makes perfect, and they're not lying. My philosophy is easy. The greats, what did they do? They put more time in than everybody else. That's what made them great. Michael Jordan, LeBron, Kobe. 2 hours before practice, 2 hours after practice. So it's the same thing. First one there, last one to leave. Keep working.
That the word consistency comes to mind.
Got to be consistent. No matter what this one says, no matter what that one says, you just have to keep going and have faith and believe in what you're doing, because it's not about everybody else, it's about you. True, when we make these films, it's about the audience, and we want the audience to gravitate to our film, and we want our films to be successful. We want a hit. That's what everybody wants. And we don't know what that movie is going to be until it hits the airwaves and the people gravitate to it and grab on and hold on to it and make it what it is. So you just got to keep creating.
There's another agree or disagree. The audience's reaction is more important than the critic's review. Agree or disagree?
Agree. The audience reaction is more important than the critic's view, because the critic is one critic, two critics, three. You're not going to add up to the audience. No matter what the critic says, the audience is going to tell you, hey, your movie is a hit or your movie is a flop, not the critics. Critically acclaimed is fine, but if you're critically acclaimed and no one watches it, then what's the sense of it?
A lot of good movies would say critics was raise was low, but apparently it's a classic or a cult classic. Like for example, Friday. It may not be the critics' review, but every black American is like, for Friday, that's the movie right there.
Well, how about this? What makes a critic a critic?
The word critique.
Basically, it's an opinion.
Yeah.
Some people have evolved and they're able to get paid for their opinion, right?
Mm-hmm.
But guess what? Everybody has an opinion, just like everybody has a. So you gotta just roll with it.
So I know the difference between, well, they're pretty much the same. An opinion is just that one gets paid for it and the other one doesn't. It's just watching it just because they just want to see how it is, how it makes it feel. A critic could be biased because, hey, if you put enough money in my pocket, I could say this is good, this is not good.
That's true.
Audience, there's no incentive.
There's no incentive. I'm just going to tell you, your thing is trash or your thing is fire. And we're at a day and age where they don't hold anything back. They're going to tell you what it is, whether you like it or not, whether you accept it or reject it.
So leads up to another disagree or agree. The audience is smarter than the studios think.
The audience is smarter
than the studios
think.
Yeah.
I think that, here's how I'm going to answer that. The studios have built up intel or data, right, to understand how certain people feel about certain things, and they carry this data and they use this data, I believe, when they're trying to green light a film or stop a film.
Red light.
That is what the studios would do because that's what they get paid. What I have found out is that we're in a world of film where it's constantly changing every 6 months. So if I have someone working at the studio 10 years, for the last 10 years, what he came with is not what it is right now. So why would I want him? Hence, if you can, I don't know if you know about the TV world, BT did a whole cleaning of house.
They did.
So again, because it's new ideas, it's new waves, it's new things to do, and it's new ways to present it. And, you know, like, if you have a comedy written by a 54-year-old and a comedy written by a 25-year-old, it's not the same comedy because they don't laugh at the same things. So if we're not laughing at the same things, we're not reacting to the same things. So some things can still work and some things can't work. We're in a state of super fast. Everything is super fast. Like whatever was hitting on the internet today, it doesn't last 2 or 3 days. It's over with. Your window of opportunity is very minimal. Movies today, what do you have? 2 weeks, a month, and then it's old. So much content coming on Tubi. I know I deal with 1919 and I work with them with distribution. We're dropping 25, 30 titles a month. We're not the only company. Homestead is probably doing the same thing. Moolah is doing the same thing. You know, so all that content, right? You got to reach all these people. It's 100 million people a month coming on Tubi. You got to reach. I go on the train and I give out flyers. You know, whether I deal with an influencer to help market it, there's a bag with flyers right there. When I go out and leave here, as I walk, or when I go to a restaurant, if I go to a fashion show, I'm giving out my movie because it's never enough to promote what you have, especially if you have a good product, and I think I have a good product. So I move it, I push it.
Well, speaking of good product, what is their product you are, you know, hand in hand, feet and feet on the pavement? What are you pushing out?
I'm pushing Sin right now. That's what has dropped August 1st, and I'm pushing it. I think it's a pretty dope movie, and I need it to be in front of more eyes because I don't have enough eyes on it. 6 million views in a month. When Tubi has 100 million views, it's telling me we're not doing enough. It's not, we have to push, like whether it's organic with ourselves, just hitting the pavement, or other friends hitting the pavement in other cities, hitting the barbershop. You gotta, to me, the independent film world, you gotta move it just like they did music. You
Okay.
need street teams, you need the internet, you need everything. Because the attention span, again, is short.
It is.
If they don't, if your film can't grab them, a lot of them is gonna turn and go watch something else because there's too many options. You got YouTube, everything's free. You got Tubi, everything's free. You got Amazon that has some stuff for free. And that's what they want. They want a massive content and they want it for free. So the only way that you can make money is get a lot of people viewing your product. That's what it's about. Same as like music, it used to be on the talent. Now it's like how many followers they have, what's the type of numbers that they can put up, because it's a business of numbers. Film is gonna be a business, if it's not already, it's a business of numbers.
With new, how you said the old and the new, I think nowadays you kind of have to mix a little bit of the old and the new, because just streaming itself is streaming, but you need to actually hit in other areas just so that we can get the eyeballs on them.
Yep.
So, which comes through my next agree or disagree is distribution just as important as creating the movie or the project?
Is distribution
as
just as important
as the creating project?
As creating the project. Yes, because you're creating something to be seen, not creating it for yourself, to keep for yourself. You want the world to see, hey, look what I've created. And for them to see what you created, they have to see it. So you need to get eyeballs on it. So you need to figure out what's the best route, who's the best distributor to distribute my kind of movie. Just like you don't want to go to, you want to go to certain film festivals because you want to go to a film festival that you can win. You want to go to a film festival that you're going to lose. So you study the film festivals to see which is the better fit for your project. When you deal with distributors, you figure out which distributor would work the best for me in this project. What other films do they have? How do they push it? Are they active on social media? Do they do anything? Do they offer marketing? What's their personalities like? Some people, you just give them your stuff and then that's it. Some people will help, some people will talk. But again, it's a combination of many things, but the main thing is you gotta have a good product.
True.
You gotta have a good product so when they watch it, that they want to stay watching it or they want to watch it again. And that's different ways. Could be talent, could be a storyline. If your sound's not good, they don't want to watch it. If it don't look good, they don't want to watch it. So guess what? You got work to do. And it's not a one-man show, it's a team effort, and you have to create your team and get everything moving and everyone moving on the same page. At least that's my philosophy.
All right.
Is that the right philosophy? I don't know, but that's what works for me.
It was right for you.
Doesn't mean it's gonna work for you. Doesn't mean it's gonna work for the next person. That's what works for me. To get the best person possible to play that position so he could bring his greatest effort to make something great together.
If there was a movie that has been, or story that's been told in the past, movie or story, that you would actually take it and change it and remix it to your way, which movie or story would that be? Any story or movie in the past.
If a movie was done in the past and would I remix it?
Yeah, to your own. Any movie or even just a story.
So when you say my own, what do you mean? Like whatever I want to do?
Yeah.
That could be any of them. I mean,
I had one person say the story of Jesus. They'll switch that up.
I wouldn't touch that one. I don't know. I don't know how to answer that one because I would remix all of them. Like if you gave me any movie, I could take it and remix it if I had the opportunity and the means to remix it.
Or let's give an example. The Matrix.
I wouldn't touch The Matrix.
Oh, you won't touch it? Okay.
I wouldn't touch The Matrix. The Matrix is a good movie. I wouldn't touch Heat.
Mm-hmm.
I would touch things that didn't do too well.
Okay.
Because I would say, well, why this didn't do well and what can I do to improve it? Like when I do a film, I celebrate and then I sit back and say, okay, like we just wrapped on a movie Brain Fest. Told everyone congratulations. After this, I will call everyone and say, okay, what did we learn from this experience on doing this project? What did we do wrong so that way we're not going to do that again? And it's just striving for greatness. You could say perfection, but everything is not perfect. It's like everything is not great.
Which comes into another agree to disagree. A true movie, a great film of yours, any movie of yours that's been done, have you thought that, you know what, it's not really finished? A movie or a show that you've done that you've said, you know what,
all of them,
that's not finished.
All of them.
Technically you finished them, but after the fact you're like,
all of them.
All of them?
All of them, because again, after you finish, what could I have done better to improve this? After you sit down, like I came from Jamaica, okay, what was good? What did I do bad? I'm reflecting on all my shoot days. I'm reflecting on, okay, did I make a mistake? What mistake did I make? Oh, I think this might have been a mistake. Let me call the editor and say, hey, listen, the back of that car, I don't think that car wasn't up to date. It's the middle of the night, we needed to finish. You know, I asked for a car, they brought me a car. After I'm finishing and I'm looking, that car looks a little bit modern. Can we make it real dark so it's just the light so they can't tell the model?
Okay.
That's right away from me sitting down, and that comes from practice. So if I wasn't working and doing other things, I wouldn't have the practice to be able to consciously know that and talk to other people that film. Practice makes perfect.
That doesn't give you anxiety?
Huh?
Doesn't it give you anxiety?
After? No.
You know, like, oh man, I could have done this or could have done that. Like a level of anxiety.
No, I think that where I'm at today, I got, you know, it's mostly kind of figured out.
Okay.
If I do have to change something on the fly, it's thought about and it's corrected and then it's done. You know, but I have to play back the whole tape once I sit down afterwards, and I'm in the house and I'm in the chair and my feet is up. I'm mentally thinking of everything we did. Like I said, in Jamaica, I'm calling the AD, like, put this note down about this, this, and this. Because you might have missed it. We're not perfect. But if I can catch it and I can fix it, you know, most of the stuff, if I needed, the editor was on set with us. So I was able to ask him, hey, can you do this? Or could you do that? And then he could tell me and I would know what to do.
Good. Well, so besides producer, another label of yours will be director?
Yes.
So shout out all your positions and labels and all that stuff. Talk your shit.
I am an author. I've written some books. One I'm most proud of is, oh my gosh, I have to edit that one. The Power Within. That's the one that I like to push because that's a self-help book, and you know, I like to inspire. So that's my favorite one that I wrote. The other ones was fiction, but The Power Within, that's my baby. I am a producer. That's my most natural position when I'm into the field, and I have directed, and I do direct. Um, I think I was scared of directing, you could say. Um, when I went to Jamaica, it helped boost up my confidence in directing, because you gotta just have certain pieces. I'm not the director that can do it all by itself. That's not the director I am, and maybe that's where I put my emphasis on
Okay.
of judgment. Um, when I have all the pieces that I need to play that chess game, I can play that chess game pretty well. I just have to get better at it, because I'm a person that believes, like, I came in, I wrote a script, and then I learned when I met these New York Times best-selling authors that I wasn't a writer. So I fell back from writing scripts, and okay, let me concentrate on producing, because that's my strong point. My passion is directing, because getting in tune with the story and in tune with them actors and directing them to where you need them to be is just an awesome thing. Like Jamaica, I got to, well, I don't know if I should say that I directed Malik Yoba or that Malik Yoba directed me, but it was an each one teach one. It was a beautiful thing. He had, before he took on the project, he wanted to go out to eat with me, make sure where your headspace is at, because sometimes that can be that's a man with a lot of experience. And you have to take note of that experience, and sometimes people don't care about all that. They want it their way. But I learned so much from him on that set when he was there. It was truly a blessing.
So when you say each one teach one, what did you teach him and what did he teach you?
I think, well, he taught me different elements of directing. I may have taught him different elements of a low budget independent film. It's just a little bit different, because he probably would have been our budget.
Okay.
So to speak. But someone spoke in my behalf that he knew, and the producer / lead actress, she had worked with him before, and he said those was the reasons that he considered it. And then after we went to eat, he was just like, okay. And matter of fact, he said that he watched my documentary. Shout out to Jay View. He was the director of the documentary. His idea that he wanted to do one, I didn't think that I was deserving of something like that yet, because I feel I got a long way to go. He did it, and Malik said when he watched it, there was a part that I said, when you do something, you feel good about it. And as the years passed, I felt that these things were trash. And he said a lot of people won't admit to something like that. And that's what made him feel like, you know what, let me work with this guy. I'll work with him. So him being on that project, that just was a gift.
It kind of makes sense of the vibe of a person more so can really move situations to your advantage or to your benefit, where just on your name alone, okay, but once you sit and talk and just have a, I guess, human experience with each other, it's like, okay, I see what he's about, he sees what I'm about, let's make something happen.
Yeah, everything is it's communication, man. A lot of people don't talk how they feel, and sometimes it's not a good thing, because we're not mind readers. So if something is wrong, you got to communicate. If something is right, you got to communicate, and that has to go with both people, so that way it could be a great experience. Because when you're on set, what is it, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, after that, you may not never see that person again. Let's get along, and let's create something great. That's what we're here for. We're not here for egos. We're not here for anything else. Unfortunately, a lot of times it doesn't happen like that, but I'll say through it all, on a majority of cases, everyone is it's a teamwork thing to get these things done. It's a teamwork thing, and you got to be on a vibe. Otherwise, it throws the whole machine off. And you never finish on time. If you never finish on time, that means you got an investor that's not going to be happy.
Right.
And you got other people that's not going to be happy because they got other things to do besides this movie. They might be booked somewhere else. You have other things to do. So in this time that we have to make this thing happen, we got to be on the same page to make this happen.
Because
my thoughts.
Yeah. I mean, of course.
I know that some people, hey, I'm not the law here. This is what works for Luke. That don't mean follow this and you're going to be successful. It just means this is what I'm doing and I'm figuring it out as I go along.
Which goes back to earlier in the conversation, consistency.
Yes.
You keep moving, keep working, keep doing it, and it happens. If it don't, but you keep that consistency going.
Exactly.
Because at the end of the day, a human experience can open doors and also close them, but definitely open doors when you really just, like you said, you just speak your mind and not close it all. A closed mouth don't get fed.
That's true.
So you have this conversation with him and you say, you know what, I can vibe with this person. It's cool. And after that experience, how was it finishing or wrapping up that set with Malik Yoba?
It was great. I mean, listen, bro. That man, like, I'm not a director that I gotta go by the script. That's what we're going by. I don't care. Okay. Right? As long as it
moves the story along.
Yes. Right. So, man came in, right? So it took a little while because he's focusing. He's getting into his character, which was a pastor. I didn't know that he used to be a singer and creates sets and everything that goes on with music. I didn't know that at the time. Comes in, he's singing, right? He's getting the choir. He's coming with a song that was never heard. Makes the song, and the choir's singing the song. The crowd is up. They him. They're clapping, bro. My AC and everyone is looking like, yo, how are we gonna cut this? Chill. And then he gets them warmed up, and then he goes into the lines. So we didn't talk about it. He just did it. And bro, he was so good. When they were singing, someone collapsed, bro. Someone caught the Holy Ghost and collapsed in the audience.
Oh, wow.
Listen, we up there concerned, like, yo, is she all right? The choir's like, oh, because they all was from church.
Yeah.
Like, no, she's fine, don't worry. What do you mean she's fine? Don't worry. She's just passed out. No, they always do this. And it's just like, oh, wow. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a dope experience. You don't experience something like that on every set that you be on. You understand what I'm saying? But that's how.
That was not on script.
That was not in the script. Wasn't in the script, but it was done right there, right then, right there. Awesome. I'm just glad I was able to witness it. Magic happening right before your eyes. Then afterwards, you got to say, damn, did I do that?
Yeah, you did.
So.
That brings into another actor who's been known in films, which is Luc Stephen.
Oh, yes.
And agree or disagree, collaborations with legends sharpens you faster.
Agreed. If you're open to listening to them and not trying to compete with them. You know what I'm saying? We live in a competitive society. Like Lou Gossett, I was a producer. Shout out to A.B. Albania Nazir. She was the director. And, we're talking in this trailer, and he's like, hey, I had to call Stevie Wonder to get pointers. And I don't know if you've seen the movie, or you guys in the audience, have you seen the movie?
Seen it. Talking about sin.
Lou don't have contacts in his eyes to make his eyes like he's blind.
Yeah.
He just did that. Like, he just did that. Like, you sit there and you just watching greatness. Like, you just witnessing greatness. Like it's wow moments. You understand what I'm saying? It's wild moments where a person got to get off like, it's me. No, it ain't me. It's them, and I'm surrounding myself with the greatness so I can be greater, because they're giving you secrets. All you do is sit there and talk to them. They're going to give you secrets.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't going to hold it in. Only person that's going to hold it in is a hater, because they don't want you to get ahead. I'm sorry. But a person that's about it, he's going to spread that love. He's going to spread that conversation. He's going to spread that knowledge, because he wants you to get better. No one wants to just grab it and hold it all to themselves. That's why some people become teachers and professors, so they can teach, so they can give. And when these people have been in this game for years, you gotta listen to them, because they're really gonna give it to you if you want to take hold of it. But if you ain't trying to take hold of it, they ain't gonna give it to you. You're gonna be like, oh, he knows it all already, so I ain't gonna say nothing. And that's usually what happens.
As a filmmaker, would you agree or disagree that awards defines a filmmaker?
Negative. Awards do not define a filmmaker. Popularity defines awards to me. Just my opinion. You got film festivals. That's, I think, politics. I think that's, if you're in, you're gonna get it. If you're in, you're gonna get an award. You're gonna be recognized in all awards, if you put the work in. But I do think, and we've witnessed this from Grammys to Oscars to everything else, and just because it's on an independent level, it's still the same. It's still the same system. For me, just looking, not saying that it is, so don't curse me out and say, yo, you hear how this guy said? Nope, I'm saying in my experience, right? I think Sin is a dope movie. Sin didn't make several film festivals, didn't make ABFF, didn't make Martha's Vineyard. Why it didn't make these? I don't know. I don't see how it couldn't. I've seen what made it, and don't get me wrong, there's some great movies that's in there, but I think I should have got some consideration, a little bit more, especially from the majors. Don't get me wrong, any film festival that we got into, thank you so much for the blessing. You know what I'm saying? I really appreciate it. But you want to go in there in the heavyweight championship of the world, I want to go into it with the heavy hitters. And what that told me, actually, even though I said what I said, I got to work harder now. Because now I got to bring something that can be undeniable. I thought that was undeniable, but guess what? It wasn't undeniable. So you know what you got to do? You got to work harder and make something even greater. And that's where I'm at.
And that's where you at. That's where you at.
That's where I'm at, and that's what I have to do. Like, it's times that you might want to get an interview. Hey man, I got all these people, I think we should get an interview. You don't get the interview. You know what that means? No, it don't mean they didn't like you. Doesn't mean this. It means that you have to work harder. So yeah, I might have said sometimes that those is politics, but you know what? It's a way to knock that down, and that is to make some dope ASS, kick the door in, sugar, honey, iced tea, and guess what? They can't tell you no.
Right.
Because you cannot be denied when you have something great. So just do something great. Don't worry about anything else. That's what I like to give the audience. So excuse me if I said politics. That's just something that I felt at the time when I was talking, because that's what it brought back. But when I really think about it, there ain't no politics. Work harder, and you gotta worry about that. Give them something that's undeniable.
That you can't deny it if it's that great.
Can't deny it, and you'll get everything that you're supposed to deserve, that you feel you deserve to get.
Agree or disagree? Independent cinema is the future.
Yeah, because they're trying to do things a lot cheaper now. So independence is the way to go. I mean, it's so much pieces of content. It's like, okay, look, you got a studio, they do a series, or whatever they're gonna do. They do a series on Netflix. You get a series on Netflix, and I watch that at the end of the week. I watch that. It takes me a week. What else am I watching? You need something else to watch. And guess what? It's not enough studio stuff being done. They need independent. They need us. They just don't know how to regulate us, I don't think.
Right.
So it's a thing about, because we both know, whatever platform you sign, they can give you. I just had a conversation with someone today. If I sign up with a Netflix, like I have the platforms, why do I want to give you all this money when I can control who makes the money by controlling where I place these projects, right? So why do I have to give you $1 million and I got someone else that could give me 400? I'm gonna make money because I'm gonna place it. As soon as they go on the platform, they're gonna see it. And I'm gonna turn that 400,000 into 4 or 5 million or 10 million. And you want me to pay you 2 million. Why do I want to pay you 2 million for? I don't have to. I control this. It's my platform. That's been taken away. You can't get the big numbers anymore. At least I don't think so. And if you can, call me so I can get some big numbers, because I don't see it happening anymore.
I mean, now it's just a lot. It's streaming.
Yeah.
Streaming is the way to go. Streaming channels, streaming platforms, Netflix, Tubi.
And it's billions of people. So it's like, do you know how much money that is in like streaming, like all over the place? Like you have a unsustainable hunger that you could feed, because it's billions of people. You know, like I said, Tubi gets 100 million a month. The first month, saying got 6 million. That's nothing. 6% out of that 100 million. I was trying to get 20, 25. I gotta work harder.
Yeah.
I gotta work harder. I only got 6 million. I needed at least 25, 30, 40. You look at Tyler Perry's numbers, 100 and change. He's got a machine.
Well, he'd started, you know,
same way.
Built it up.
Oh no, I mean, listen, he's definitely an example, but it just shows you, like, he built something really strong, really great. You getting 150 million views. That's a lot. That's a lot.
So
make my little 6 look like chump change.
The best films come from pain. Agree or disagree?
I do think that sometimes the best films come from pain. I'm not gonna say that. There's some great films with pain, and then there's some great films with no pain. Just a good story and a good film. People like to see pain. People like to see that. I think that's the way society is built. I mean, look at what's going on with Dane. They like to see him, or the world likes to see him. People say, like, oh, he's no good, or, you know, he's not where he should be, but he still has this, that, this, that, and this. So is he really that far off? Okay, he doesn't have $100 million, but okay, if he had $10 million, so because he only got $10 million, he's not worthy no more? If it's that, I don't know what the numbers is. I'm not trying to count that man's money, but I'm just saying that's how our world looks like. If Cardi didn't go successful, they'd have said, oh, it flopped. But what did she do? 2.2 billion in 24 hours. What can you say to that? She did the numbers. They spent a bunch of money, right? But they won with what they gambled on. I wouldn't say it was a gamble. My mistake. I don't want to feel like I disrespected her. Her thing is, she's a machine, and congratulations to her and all that she's doing. But these people are machines, and it's from hard work. I'm hoping one day I can make that claim to fame that I'm a machine. I just got to work harder, because I'm not there yet by a long shot.
Which one is harder, directing or producing?
Well,
Can you?
for me, directing is harder. Producing is, I think that's just like it's a second nature.
That's your best position.
I mean, because that's the one I have most practice at.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So the one you have most practice at is the one that you excel. For me,
Right.
directing, um, it's you're the commander. Directing, you're the commander on set. Producing, you're the commander off set,
Mm-hmm.
and that's a big difference. It's a big difference to get all these minds to work on one thing. And if you're on the set, you're not getting a whole bunch of minds as you would with a whole production. It's a lot more work being a producer, but it is work. It's work doing both of them. I don't want to take something away from the other. Directing, you're becoming the movie. You're getting your actors to become those characters. That's not an easy task at times because sometimes actors don't become the characters. They still are themselves. If that makes sense. You never heard someone say, I ain't gonna do that?
Yeah.
So I'm not asking you to do that. It's the character that we're asking to do that. You know, now if it's a standout thing about, hey, I'm not kissing a guy or something, that's something else, right?
Yeah.
I get that one, but you know, I've had times like, I ain't gonna talk to that girl like that. You're making me seem like a punk. It's not you, bro.
Yeah.
It's not you. It's someone else.
The character.
The character, and you're acting.
Right.
So, are you acting? Because this is not your name. This is someone else's name. That happens at times.
Well, speaking of that, what about a situation where it comes to a sex scene
Okay.
with two actors or three, for whatever the case is? But what's the usual procedure if hey, we're comfortable, let's go, or one person
Preparation.
isn't comfortable?
Um,
how does that
you make the
play out?
people. I think that that's what you have in pre-production. You're going to be able to see the electricity within those two people. Instance, Will You Marry Me? Truett directed that, but when she came in, and Gravy was her lover in the movie, the one that played Biggie in the movie, and you could see the electricity when they was laughing and joking with each other. It's gonna be a breeze, and it was. I believe that when it comes to that, most of the times you're gonna be able to see it. I had another thing when I was shooting Cream, and Raquel Mills didn't like who her counterpart was. She's like, yo, man, he got stuff on his skin. You know what I'm saying? Word. Her AD told me. Because first I'm like, come on now, you got to do that. I don't want to hear all that. AD was like, yo, listen, the guy got stuff on his skin, blah, blah, blah. Oh, you got to switch it up. And then she did it. Like, you got to listen to your talent.
Right.
It's going to tell you, it's not happening. They're not gonna, they're not gonna go in and give you a messed up take. Or at least where I'm at now. Am I gonna say that this happens with others? I think that I've gotten past that area where the people that I'm gonna deal with, they're gonna say, nah, I ain't doing that, or yeah, I'm doing it, before we even get to that part.
Okay.
Because wait, just not to cut you off, because
Yeah,
within a sex scene, right, you get a script. If you're getting paid for this script, you know what was happening before you took that job.
Okay.
Right? Now, if we're doing a passion project, it's a little bit more leniency because you read it, you know what it was about, but you didn't have to take take that role because you know what it is. Like when girls have lesbian scenes, You read the script. You already know what you had to do. Same thing if it was a male. You already know. You may ask a question, hey, you'll say something then, like, hey, I don't want to, like, okay, for instance, Sin. Before Bella got the role of Sin, someone else had the role of Sin. They have production, I ain't doing this and I'm not doing that because people already think I'm gay. You took the money, you took the day, but it was, all right. So I was like, listen, I'm gonna cut your days down, you know, you're gonna have to return. Yo, I got my son down here and do whatever. Cause you know what? Don't worry about it. Keep that money. It's all good. We have to switch. And the movie, Bella, as you saw in that movie, owned that role. This is how God works. It wouldn't have been the same movie if the person that we had there would have stayed there, because it's two different type of characters. One, it would have been good because you didn't want to do some of those girl-on-girl scenes because you were worried about what someone else was saying.
Mm-hmm.
So it wouldn't have came good on camera because the camera sees all of that.
Right.
All that hesitation and don't want to do it, that's what comes off as that's not real. So to be a camera's going to capture, you can't fool the camera. So you could fool me talking to me, but you can't fool that when it's on you. So if this is something you don't want to do, don't do it. Don't take it, because you're really messing it up, and it's not fair for everyone else, the DP, the sound man, that one, that one, the other actors, the talent, the food, everyone involved. It's not fair to them that you took this, but you don't want to do this. Don't take it.
Mm-hmm. Don't
take it. It's not fair to the writer. It ain't fair to the director, because now we got to make something out of goulash. Because you're a spoiled piece of meat or fruit or whatever that's going in here, because you messing up this whole, what they call that in New Orleans? This whole gumbo I'm trying to make. I'm trying to make this gumbo strong. Can't do that without the right elements. My thoughts again.
No. So basically, if you read it, you understand it. If you don't want it, then don't take it.
Then don't take it. Because the person that wrote this and the director that's seen this, they have a certain thing that they got in their mind.
Right.
Now you want them to change it all around. That's not fair. It's not fair. It's not fair to the project.
It's not fair to the art.
It's not fair to the art at all. But people need money, so.
It's like, I'll take the scene, but then I find out it's a sex scene involved in this, and I don't want to be perceived as on the outside.
Did you read this? Did you read that? You read that before you signed this contract, right? Okay, so guess what? You're going to do the sex scene. But then again, that's not good because they're not going to look.
Right.
So why did you take it for? Why didn't you just say no? Or say something from the beginning, and then, hey, if the writer's up to it, they'll make changes. If they really want you to play that role, they'll soften it up if they had to. We've had to do that before. Respectfully, say how you feel at the beginning.
With that being said, the story comes first, the visuals second. Agree or disagree?
Oh, yeah, that's agreed. Story does have to come first before the visuals. Because you have to think about the story before you visualize it. Correct? You can't come up with a visual and then have a story, but you can do that now. Some people shoot first and ask questions later.
Okay. Now, you said you did documentaries, right?
Yes.
Are documentaries harder to do than actual film features?
Editing-wise, they are. Documentary is putting a puzzle together.
Oh.
That's what a documentary is, because depending on who you're doing it with, you have to find the research of stuff that's archived, stuff that's in the past, stuff that was, well, the way that I'm going to do the documentary, because guess what? If I'm doing a documentary and we're talking about the 80s and 90s, then I need to know what's going on in that city, 80s and 90s. What music was 80s and 90s? What were the politics in the 80s and 90s? What was the train fare in the 80s and 90s? What did people do in the 80s and 90s? Because I have to bring this feeling from that time of when this documentary is being told about. And in a feature film or a series, it's already put there. You don't have to find it. So you got to do more research with a documentary. So editing wise, it's going to take a lot more to edit, because you have to find old footage. You've got to piece these conversations together, whereas this person is saying something and that person is finishing it. You know how much work that takes? Yeah. You got to really go through all the joints and put all the footage, all the takes, and put everything together to put this story together so that it flows seamlessly. That is not an easy accomplishment, and shout out to those people that are editors for this for a documentary, because that's not something that's happening overnight. It ain't a 1, 2, 3 move. It's like, that is work. That is respectable work. I've worked on Black, White, and Blue with Asia Norris and Curtis Schoon. I've worked on Born to Box with them also. I've worked with Irv and Mike and Michael Payton in the Supreme Truth documentary. I've seen them, like when J-View made the documentary about myself, took about 5 or 6 months.
Wow.
And the reason that I said, let's hurry up and let's wrap this up, because I said, bro, we could be here bro, you'll be doing a documentary all day, because I'm always doing something else. Like, let's just, cut it off, and, later on, you only wanted to make something small and short. And I think that, you have enough for what you're trying to show, because you'll be at screenings and you'll be on set with me forever, because I'm never going to end. So when is it going to stop?
If the passion is there, the work will never stop. If the passion is there,
yeah,
it never stops, because you're always going to keep working.
You're always going to keep working. And if you do some dope things, guess what? Your phone is going to ring, because someone else is going to want you to do something dope. Now, that doesn't mean every phone call you get is going to work, because a lot of phone calls, might be questions, or a lot of phone calls, they may not have the budget to deal with you. And of course, everybody feels that theirs is can I curse on this?
You can curse.
Oh, so everyone feels that their shit is the shit. And this is going to make you the greatest person ever will, and blah, 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 blah. I'm going to take you to the next level. So you're going to take me to the next level. Okay. Forget what I've been doing. Forget what I've been working. You're just going to come in and you're going to just do all this for me. Okay, so what do you want from me now? Because you're not going to give me all this for nothing. You must want something from that. Oh, you need financing. Oh, you need this. Oh, you need that. That's why you want to make me the greatest show on earth. It's not because you like me, because you need something from me.
Isn't that the human experience of exchanges of time, energy, money?
Well, I mean, if you came and you were established,
okay,
and you said, give me your time, I don't have the money, but if you work with me on this, we're going to be able to do this. But if you come and you say, I have the greatest show on earth, and there's nothing backing you, chances are that this is not going to be the greatest show on earth unless you have the money.
True that.
Right? That's just me being realistic and hearing this 1,000 times already. I got my own stories that I want to put forth that I think are pretty good. And I did bust my chops to get this track record that I have. So I think that if I'm going to use my Connections, I'm gonna try to use it for me and not for you. I mean, that's just common sense to me, but common sense is not common anymore. You know, that's just my thought. Like, again, I'm just trying to figure out, and I'm just trying to do the best job that I can do with what I have at my disposal. And if I can't, I've come to a point where if I can't do something great, I don't want to do it at all. Like, nah, that's okay, I'll pass. Someone offered me some money to do something in Atlanta, and I needed to make some money, get bills, but it wasn't enough money for me to do it correctly. And the person was like, "You don't want to do it?" And I said, "Well, bro, you giving me an opportunity. I don't want to jack it up. I'm not going to jack it up. So I'd rather say no. Maybe you'll come back. Maybe you won't come back. You might say, hey, who do you think he is? He ain't coming back." But if I took it and it didn't come out right, then what?
It's been your name is attached to it.
Yeah, then it's like you're talking about me. This is a small industry.
Right.
It's a big industry, but it's a small industry. So whoever's at the top, they're talking about you either good or they're talking about you either good or bad. What side of the fence do you want to be on? So I'd rather, wherever you go, someone's gonna not like you.
Mm-hmm.
People don't like Jay-Z. People don't like this one. People don't like Kevin Hart. So that's telling me wherever you go and whatever level you go on, everybody's not gonna like you. You know what I'm saying? That's cool to have that. That's part of it, right? But that's regular. So you don't want to have it irregular where everybody don't like you.
That's true.
And everybody despises you, because then it's not their problem. Like, if they don't like you, that's their problem. If everybody doesn't like you, that's a you problem, because you're doing something wrong.
And if you can't see that, then
you can't see that, then you need to wake up. You need to ask somebody a question. Like, I always want to become a better human being today than I was yesterday. And I'm gonna be better tomorrow than I was today. And I'll ask a question like, did I F up on that? Like, what do you think? I'm gonna ask opinions. And sometimes people say like, oh, you shouldn't do that. But that's just me, because I want to be better. Because I don't know it all and I'm not the best. But as long as I strive, I can be better. There is no best, because you always can be better tomorrow than you was yesterday. So if someone thinks they're the best, they might need to recalibrate that.
right.
Because you can be better. My thoughts, again, as usual, my thoughts.
Agree or disagree? Great films needs a big budget.
No. Great films don't need a great budget. Great films need like minds, from crew to talent. And you pull it off. Everyone has to be on the same page. If one keg is off on the machine, the whole machine is off. Trust me, you got everything working for you. You're gonna do some great stuff, and you're gonna have a great piece of art.
So money's not the factor that makes it great.
No, I mean, you know, of course, sometimes I have a price that I want to get, and then sometimes I don't get that price. Does that mean I'm not doing it? If I feel that it's good and it's whatever, like I've heard, like, don't chase the money, chase the greatness. The money's gonna follow, because if you do something great, they're gonna give you what you desire and what you want. Not what you think is great. It's what the world thinks is great. That's the difference. You can't do something that you thought was great. Because if everyone didn't think it was great, then it ain't great. Can't be You can't be a hero in your own mind.
Mhm.
You gotta be a hero in everyone else's mind.
So you can't really be in tune with only yourself. You have to be in tune with the world around you.
The
What's current?
universe.
You said the universe?
The universe. Everything around you, the universe. You gotta be in tune with everything, because things is different. Things is constantly changing. You can't be stuck. What worked 5 years ago might not work today. What worked yesterday might not work today. That's the age that we're in.
Right. It's like quick.
Yeah,
Microwave.
you need to get information, and you need to be able to use that information and process that information to make that information work for you. Otherwise, what do you have the information for? Isn't that the highest form of collateral information? Isn't that what they say?
Yeah.
Or currency information? Well, no. They say the greatest form of currency now is, what do people want now? With the likes, and what do they call that?
The clout, like
Yeah, but it's like
social media.
currency. The new currency is, dang, I forgot what the word they said. But yeah, it's with the cloud. It's with the, it's not average. Attention.
Oh, okay.
Attention is the new currency. That's what costs now. That's what costs. Attention.
That's the newest currency.
It's the new currency. You got. If you're getting attention, you're getting money.
Whether good or bad.
Whether it's good or bad. And then I go by a phrase that all publicity is good, whether it's good or bad. Because the thing now is to get yourself known, or to get yourself asked about or clicks about. So good, bad, indifferent, it's all good. It's still going to have your name within that internet space, or people speaking about you, or, I don't know how long it's going to last, because again, this is a microwave. It could last a day, could last 2 days. 3 days, you're cooking. You're special after 3 days. You never see nothing last more than 3 days.
There was an artist I interviewed a while ago. Her name is Lade. And she said that every great brand has a standard. Every great brand has some type of moral standard. So it was saying, is attention that good? If you get just bad attention, you're gonna get the attention, but in the long run, that currency will run out quicker.
I agree if all you're getting is bad. So
you feed off that bad.
Specific, you're supposed to take the bad energy. Well, what I do is, if there's bad energy coming to me, I don't respond to bad energy. I just work harder and let my work do the talking. And either the people that you're talking to is going to look at you and like, well, you're saying all this and that, but the guy just keeps working. Like, you said that one was no good, but here was another one. That one ain't no good. How about another one? Like, after a while, someone's going to be like, oh, he just got something against him. Like, you have to outlast them by outperforming them, because if someone is busy talking about you, what are they doing?
Right.
If you got all the time to worry about what I'm doing and watch what I'm doing and talk about what I'm doing to other people, find something to do. Because I don't have time to worry about you because I'm working. I don't have time to figure you out because I'm trying to think of something else to work on or something else to do. That's where my head is at. I'm into building, not destroying.
Okay. Who is a dream actor that you would want to build a role around?
A dream actor
that you would want to build a role around that person. Idris Elba. What kind of role would you build for him?
He could do anything because he's believable in anything I've seen him in. I would pick him just talent-wise, like to be from overseas and talk like you're from the streets of Baltimore, and every other, other roles that you've done, where you change your dialect, like you're special.
Change your accent.
You're special. Yeah, your dialect, your accent, like you're special. You're different. You're not normal. Yeah, I want to fuck with you. Yeah, because you're great. And how do I get great? By surrounding myself with great people and working with great people, because guess what? They share the light. Great people share the light. At least that's my understanding of it. That's my personal thing of what I see. Great people. I haven't been around one great person or name that didn't share the light.
Right.
Great people don't talk about you. They never put you down.
That's a good point.
They always try to uplift you,
Elevate,
help you to get better. That's what great people do. That's how you know who's great and who's not great.
I like that. That's a good point. That's good. That's a good point. That's a very good point. I like that. Great people don't put you down.
Never. Name one. Never. They're always uplifting you. They're always telling you what. Now, you may not be able to do or afford what they're saying you to do, but they're always going to give you good advice, whether it's, hey, get your nails done. Hey, get your clothes at such and such. They're always going to give you good advice.
Is there a difference between a filmmaker and a storyteller?
Yes, there's a difference between a filmmaker and a storyteller. A filmmaker is telling a story on film. Like you might have some writers that could have, and the bridge blew up, and this did that, and the building came crashing down, and bro, we don't have enough money to afford that. We're gonna have to cut this out and cut that out and cut that out. So for me, it's the difference between the filmmaker and the storyteller. The storyteller, he has no budget. His mind is, wherever his mind is at, that's where he's at. He's not thinking about how much this costs. He's creating. That's a storyteller.
Like, all right, everybody sit down around the campfire. Here we go, story time.
Yeah, tells the story. He's not thinking about, the filmmaker is thinking about, okay, how am I gonna do this? How am I gonna pull this off? Oh no, we can't do that, we gotta take that out. Nah, I'm not gonna get the, no, I'm gonna shoot and then we're gonna show them laying down, that's gonna cut money, we don't have to get a blood expert. That's a filmmaker. To me. Again, this is just according to Luc. That doesn't mean that this is the be-all, tell-all, because I am still trying to figure it out. That's why I don't give my 2 cents. A lot of people want to give their 2 cents. Bro, we're still trying to figure it out. What are you giving your 2 cents about what this is, or about something that's been successful? Like, I'm not going to talk about a Power, or talk about a Harlem Godfather, or talk about something that's where I want to be. How am I going to be discordial to you, or discordial, or like talk down, and I haven't done anything like what you're doing? But I mean, I guess it's like, LeBron, you fucking bum, how did you miss the layup? You had no comparison to LeBron, but that's just who we are and as fans. But that's just something that I try to get away from doing, because the people that's placed there that we're speaking about, they're there for a reason. And you're supposed to use it to inspiration. That's what I do. Like, sometimes I may post something, I'm not bragging, I'm inspired. I'm trying to inspire you to, like, if I can do it, you can do it. Because sometimes it don't be nothing. It's no money there. We're just doing it. You don't know that, but I'm telling you, hey, you just got to do it. You got to believe in it and get some people to believe in it with you, but you all got to believe in the same thing, because if one person don't believe, it don't work good.
Mhm.
Everybody has to be on the same page, and that comes through trial, error, and a process, and consistency, as you say.
As you said.
Well, as you agreed.
Yes.
I concur.
No, I think I did say consistency.
Yes,
Yeah.
you did. You
I
did say consistency. You did say consistency.
So put your right hand up
My right hand.
and put your left hand up.
My right hand.
All right, in your right hand, you have wrapping up a film, and in your left hand is premiering it to an audience. Which one is more satisfying to you?
Okay, I just did a post about this the other day.
Which is more satisfying, the wrapping up of the film or the premiering it to the audience?
It's two different feelings, bro. Like, you're gonna have a feeling, like I rapped something yesterday. You're gonna have a feeling when you rap, and then you're gonna have a feeling when you're sitting there watching everybody as they watching, and then you're gonna have another feeling when it drops on a platform and you're waiting for the comments or the results or for someone to whatever. Each one is a different feeling for me.
So as far as satisfaction,
I get satisfied with all of them.
okay.
I get satisfied.
Not one more than the other.
I get satisfied with the rapping because we rap. Like, Brainfest took maybe 16 months for us to finish, right? We ran out of money, different things. It's satisfying we finished. I've done films and I've finished in 10 or 15 days, satisfied. 15 days, I'm satisfied. Then when you have the screening and you're watching the people looking at what you did and you see what you created in those 7, 15, 20 days, it's another feeling like, oh, wow, this is dope. And then you're seeing the reaction and people is giving you notes. And then it's another when it drops and people is putting comments and you're reading the comments and it's like, yo, you know, it's a whole different feeling. Like, I'll go through comments and I'll answer every single person. And I get a pretty good number of comments between Facebook and Instagram. You know, I answer a pretty good number of comments, but I like to see each one of those is a different feeling. I can't say that one is better than the other because they're all different. When we finish, it's a great finish. It's a great feeling that we wrapped. And same thing with screening. It's a great feeling. It ain't the same kind of feeling. It's like, girl holds your hand, girl kisses you. There's different feelings, but you like both. They both warm your heart. Gives you a hug. But they different, but you like them all. You know, whether he's sleeping with her, it's just different feelings. Like, that's what I would give that. I couldn't give one over the other. I like them all. I just did a post on that the other day on Facebook that that's the greatest feeling that you could ever have, doing one of those three things. And I think Nikki Turner said, yo, that must be great. You get to have that feeling maybe once a month, sometimes more. It is a dope feeling. It's not that often, but it is a dope feeling.
When it happens, it happens.
Yeah, it's a dope feeling.
And how did the movie Sin hug you, or how did the movie Sin kiss you, or how did the movie Sin hold your hand? How did the film?
I love Sin. At the time of Sin, it probably is the best work that I've done, considering the cast, the cinematography, the way it's done. It took a long time. Had different hiccups, different hands, before it finally came around and got to be what it needed to be. Different eyes. I like the movie so much. Bro, I was watching the movie at least, I can't say how many times, for 18 months. When I sent it over to the sound mix, Spanish Fly, he noticed something. And what he noticed was, there was a scene, you could see their backpacks. So I called everyone, how the hell we didn't see this? Oh no, I seen a copy and it was on there. No, bro, how could you see a copy when it was on there when I had the copy? Bro, we was looking at the same movie. All of us, it might have been 5 or 6 of us. No one noticed that in one scene, I guess right before She kicked the guy out the bed. When she says whatever, they had backpacks. The whole scene. Not like we was just so like, oh, this looks so beautiful. Whatever. None of us saw it. None of us saw it. You got someone else? What did I learn from that? Okay, yeah, you deal with your team, but show it to someone that ain't had nothing to do with nothing and let them look at it also. Again, go as you, learn as you go.
Right.
Learn as you go. There's not one specific way to do a film. There's many ways to do a film. You know, like I got reviewing what we did from Dennis reading them. That's what he used to tell me. Hey, we watch a movie, then we sit down and figure out what we need to be better. What did we do wrong? I started implementing that. So it's like, this all comes from experience and dealing with different people. It's not written in a book. You know, it's not taught. I learned from experience. To me, that's the best way to learn. That's the best way to get better. Because until you go on that set and do what you do, you really don't know if you got it in you to do it. You may have the basics and have the understandings that you learned from school or you learned from the University of YouTube or whatever, but until you get on that playing field and you see how different things happen and you have to adjust, you don't know how it's going to be.
With that movie, Sin, is there any particular, without giving it away, any particular scenes that you say, you know what, this was the best that you were like, okay, captured on film?
The best scene in Sin for me was...
What stood out to you? You know, not to be the best.
I mean, they all kind of stood out to me. Like I said, that was a masterpiece in filming when we did it.
Well, let me tell you mine. Mine is, what stood out for me is the ability of Louis Gossett Jr.'s character. Without saying too much of it, that stood out to me. I was like, wow.
Well, you could say he's a blind painter.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So most people would be like, what's a blind painter? He's a blind painter that paints what's inside, not outside. That's a dope character.
That stood out to me. I was like,
I think.
And the fact that people would be like, what? Or, you know, like, hey, listen, if you asked me to do it, I did it. Without saying too much of it.
I think was the best scene. One of the scenes that I liked was the scene that you got from Juice, which is behind the locker when you close the locker. So they did that in Juice.
I saw. I was like, wait, that's a nod.
They did that in Juice. So that when he's closing the locker and then she's right there.
That was a nod. Yep. I was like, oh, that's a nod to Juice. Like, oh. I don't know if it was intentional, but I figured. So it was intentional.
Well, I can't say it was intentional because I was producing on that one.
Okay.
You know, I don't know what the director. I think that was a DP call. And shout out to Michael Noir. He was the DP on that. Few people, Dana Dane. Shout out Yui, Sean Baker. We were the producers. Abedi Nazi already shouted out, but you know, Angel Love, Bella Black, Sean Nelson, Marquise Moore, Shiggy, Rip Michaels. What else did we have in there? We had some people in there, and of course, you know, the master Lou Gossett, Johnny Blaze, you did your thing. Raquel Mills, you did your thing. I think everyone really put in a good effort in that movie. Everyone, Nana, Sasha's boyfriend. Yeah, they all did pretty good. They did pretty good. Everyone gave their all. It was a good movie. I liked the movie.
Let's hope we didn't leave anyone out. So that way, like, he didn't say my name.
Well, listen, I'd say the whole cast, the whole crew. You know, it was the writer, Kwame, did a great job. I've did another movie that Kwame wrote called Cream. He's a dope writer. So I think like everything that we put together, came together, and we did it our way. Anything else you need from
Let
me?
me see.
I'm interested to see how you put all this together here.
I know, right? I got two more for you.
No, you good, bro.
Because I
Take
got
your
somebody
time.
coming in at 7:30.
I got nothing else to do.
Yeah. How do you know when a script is ready to leave your hands?
All right. So when I like to do films, I like to do films that strike a conversation afterwards, right? I like a script to catch you out there like you don't see it coming. Those are the scripts that I like. I don't want a script that I can tell what's going to happen next. I need something in there that doesn't that the audience doesn't see it coming. I like to do reveals. That's something that I like to do, and that's how I feel about scripts. That if they can't get me to that feeling, that they're not ready.
What do you want to say for all the people who follow you, who are the people who support you? What would be your words of legacy to say, you know what? This is me. This is Luc
Okay.
Stephen.
All right. So this is Luc Stephen, and I'd like to thank all my supporters, all the people that follow me, all the people that support me. I even like the people that hate me, because guess what? You support me in a way too. And I couldn't do this without you. And it's because of you guys that like me and you guys that hate me that make everybody know about me, because when you love me, they want to see why you love me so much. And when you hate me, they want to see, why do I hate this guy so much? And I'm going to win them over because I'm going to work to win them over. Because my job is to turn my biggest hater into my biggest fan. And I won't rest until I do that. And that's why I keep going, going, and going. That's my goal. Love everywhere. My name is Luc Stephen, and cut.